Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel LifeSnapShot. Evelyn, Greg, Muttley here for Australia. Appreciate everybody dropping by. Thanks very much for all the subs and stuff like that. It's been a really funny sort of end of financial year. Do you know what I mean? Kind of starting to think to myself I need to pick my game up a bit. So we've decided to, those who haven't been watching, those who have been, those who haven't been, what's happened is we've decided to try this eBay thing. We have got some investments pretty much all over the place. I never ever put my eggs in one basket, and if you check out my other videos, you've been following, you'll know that. We've got long-term investments, short-term. So the short-term ones obviously for the day-by-day paying of groceries, bills, rates, electricity, all that sort of stuff. And we were going along pretty well, and then the interest rates dropped. Now, for most people that have got a mortgage, that's great for you, and I wish you luck. But for people like me who are self-funded retirees, we do not depend on the taxpayer. We have no pension, no nothing like that, and I never will. Okay, because I don't meet the means test. Okay, and that's fine. I don't want anything from the taxpayer. I strongly believe that people should be able to plan for their own future the way they want to do it, and not feel bad about it. So, but yeah, so the term deposits, it's bugger all money. It's working out to be about 30 grand a year. Give or take, it's $30,000. Now that pretty much covers our cost in the sense of we're still budgeting. Do you know what I mean? $30,000, we're still budgeting, and that $30,000 would be probably about the borderline when it comes to groceries, rates, electricity, water, petrol in the cars, registration in the cars, insurance. Mate, when you work all that out to two people, 30K doesn't last, doesn't go long. So for people in not in Australia, you're probably thinking, what? Huh? Really? Yes, Australia is expensive. So 30K pretty much gets you that, and that's not going out and enjoying a restaurant 2 times a week and having fun and drinking beer and all that. Even though I have gave up the beer, I'm still going with that, which is I'm very proud of. But yeah, 30K don't get you much. So you need to be earning around, for 2 people, own your own home, you need to be earning at least 50 to 60. So we've got to make up that difference, okay? And then you can sort of start enjoying yourself. So we need to make another 30K. So at the moment, Evelyn's doing a little bit of part-time work down at the caravan park, and she loves it. She enjoys it. So as long as she's happy, I'm happy, and she can just go along with it, okay? So there's about $15,000 she earns there. Then we've got the little claw machines that I have, and they're earning about not much, maybe 5K a year. So we're up to 50. So we need to really come up with about another 10 grand would be okay. Now we're cruisy. We can go out to restaurants a couple of times a week. If something happens, say a hot water system or something goes kapooey, we've got the money there. So we need to make up another $10,000 to $15,000 for our budget, and this is what we're doing. eBay, of course. So check out my other videos. We started doing this the other day. It's going on a month. I think we started on the 8th or the 9th of last month. So it's going on about a month. And at the moment, we've got 229 active, 29 orders, 1 unsold, which was, we thought we had a genuine product and we didn't. So we removed it. It actually sold, and then we looked at it and went, nah, we're not going to risk this. So we decided to contact the buyer and say, look, we're sorry, but we think this is not a genuine product, and we took it off. So there's only been one really kind of, it's not I wouldn't say it's unsuccessful. We're still going to get it checked out, but we're going to make sure that it's genuine product. So yeah, there we go, $1,546. Now, most of that, of course, you've got to take into consideration your time, your expenses, fuel, driving around looking for stuff, postage, and eBay takes their piece of the pie too. So out of that, I would say we are looking around $800 pure profit. So about $200 a week since we started it. So this is the setup. Okay, those two black racks there were $440 delivered. Okay, these bins are around $7 each from Bunnings. So it starts to add up, right? So we started this before we had these racks and everything. We just dove in and went for it. So what we've got out of it so far is pretty much paid for these two racks and the bins, okay? Roughly, you know, we probably, and that, like I said, not to mention the fuel and stuff like that. So I feel the $1,500 we've pretty much broken even. Hasn't cost us anything, but we haven't made anything. Got to be real about that. You've got to be real about your costs, okay? And Australia Post is going to be raising there. They're saying they're not, but I guarantee they will. And everything else goes up in July. It always happens. July, August, it always happens. So you got to take into consideration. You got to add 10% for your fuel, maybe another couple more percent of your time, and you know you really got to make sure that you're covering your costs on this stuff. So basically, what we've got here is my coins. Been following along, you know that I'm passionate about coins. Haven't sold many. I've sold a couple, but you know, the beautiful thing about the coins, excuse me, is that they're cheap to send by mail. Just a couple of dollars and they're out. You know, so that's the good thing about that. We've got some books. I only got one book in there at the moment that I found, a first edition. Quite luckily, actually, $2 book, which was first edition. Got some electrical and cameras. I've got a DJI online, okay, an Action 3, I think it is. So we've got the X4 now, so we decided to put that online. Now, DVDs and CDs, I don't see much money in these. You'll probably get a lot of other people saying, oh yeah, you can make some money out of it. But I'm not going to start going out and buying a stack of CDs or DVDs that are pre-owned. I only go for the box sets or the rare ones that are wrapped, sealed. I don't bother with anything else, okay? Because I just feel that, you know, after postage and everything, sending them away and the chance of the person getting them and it's scratched or something like that, or something's wrong, then you've got an issue to try and send it back. I really just, personal thing, I'm only going to go for DVDs and CDs that are sealed, and that's it, okay? Then I know that I'm giving them a good quality product. Jewelry and watches, in there's all sorts of jewelry and watches, some old vintage stuff, even some costume jewelry, stuff like that. There's all sorts of stuff in there, ranging from, you know, pretty decent stuff to just some costume jewelry and stuff. Women's fashion, we got some really nice wallets and handbags in there. Stuff from Japan that when we got back, everyone loves buying, but you know, stuff like that. We got some Louis and stuff like that in there. The model trains, as you can see, and I've explained again with model trains. Look, if you're thinking about getting into the model train side of it as a reseller, I would advise try to get everything that's sealed. Okay, if it's sealed, people want it. Like this thing here, I think I've got it for about $49. It's sealed, right? Unsealed, even with the box, if it wasn't sealed, even if you know that it's complete, people are a little bit sketchy on it, and I don't blame them. There's such tiny little components in these things that the chances of you losing one little bit and then the whole model's ruined. And what do you want to do? You know, they get the model and they say, oh well, there's a piece missing, and then it just causes a bit of a conflict. So my advice, grab it if it's sealed. If it's not sealed, I wouldn't bother. There is a couple of things that are unsealed there, but they're only very small little models that, you know, I've checked the pieces and they're all good. But 95% of them are sealed. I would not go any other way. I've got some Star Wars figures. in the box, of course. Again, I've got those models, the V8 models, and the 1 to 18, sized models, and the little one there. They usually go for good money, and some bits and pieces. These cigarette tins, they go good. They go really good. You want to get something that's old, 40s, 50s. That one's made in Holland. Got a whole heap of those. I had double that, but they're all gone. That was the thing, right? I was making decent sales, but they're only like $5, $10 profits. We're really starting to push up now to go and get $20, $25, $30 profit items. So we are just turning this stuff over, and I probably won't be buying any more of it. So there you go. That's it. And there's some more. That's all HO scale stuff. And then we've got here that I'm just going through this stuff again. As you can see, I've got some stuff that's already made up. So I know that it's made up. I know it's complete. I'm only going to put like $5 on each of those and sell them as a lot. A box, nice box lot, maybe 10 buildings, put them in a box, $50. The postage would be about $15 because it's light, but it's bulky, So there you go. That's it. Appreciate all your support, everybody. Have a great day. And like I said, leave some comments down below because we just want to hear from people who are starting this or have been involved in it for who knows whatever amount of years, and give us some advice. I'd love to hear from you, and we can communicate and make things easier for all of us, and we can all make a buck. All the best. Have a great day. Not what you know, it's who you know.